Today, we're talking houses and why yours isn't selling. Now, if you don't already know me, my name is Zach Satt, and I'm a local real estate agent here in South Florida, providing you with the best info in the real estate game. And if you haven't already, go ahead and stand on the subscribe button and ring that bell to get notified when I put out a new video every single week. And make sure you stay watching until the end for the number one reason why your home isn't selling. Starting off with reason number one is photos. If your photos are bad, it makes you think somebody's going to want to come in and actually look at your house in person in the first place. Sometimes you need to actually sell the house before you sell the house. What I mean by that is that you need to make a good first impression. And usually the first thing people see is the photos. So that's your really first impression there. And photography is actually the second most reason why listings don't sell. So make sure you're getting good photos. Next on the list, we have curb appeal. Here's what usually happens with buyers. So they see the pictures online, they really like it, but when they get to the house in person, the first thing they see isn't your new remodeled kitchen. It's the front of your house, your curb. And this goes back to what I said about first impressions. If your curb appeal isn't there and the outside of the house looks like, then that buyer's going to walk into your home with a negative mindset, like, what is going on inside if the outside looks so bad? So you're probably asking, like, well, Zach, you're telling me that I need to fix the curb appeal. Well, what do I do to fix that? Well, you could look into painting the outside of your home, pressure washing your driveway, maybe putting some mulch in, adding some greenery. Just really get creative with it and just make your home look nice from the outside. And just doing these small things can really help buyers walk into your home with now a positive mindset. Because if the outside of the house is nice and it looks so great from the outside, just walking up the driveway, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see the inside of this home. It's probably so beautiful. This isn't too often the cause, but if your listing description on your home is too dry, it can actually affect how well it sells. After all, we do need to sell the home. So if we're throwing a dry description at it and we're not really giving a good emphasis where these buyers can imagine themselves in this home, walking around it in their head, not even there yet, it could get a bad rep. Most agents do a good job describing homes, which is why I said this isn't usually the cause, but it can still sometimes happen, so watch out for that. For example, I saw a listing description once where they said the house smelled like cat piss, so you can imagine how many showings that house got. So as long as your agent isn't brain dead, there shouldn't be a problem. A lot of people's first thoughts when their house isn't selling is to just go and blame their agent for it not selling, but that isn't always the cause. This agent could do everything in their power to sell the home and it just won't sell, and that's because it's just too unconventional. Like, for some reason, nobody wants that house. It could be because it's on a main road, the house is too crowded, it's not really an open concept, the closets aren't big enough, if it's in an HOA, maybe it's too close to the gate on the HOA, the kitchen's too small, closed off, just whatever it is, for some reason nobody wants it because of that reason. This is another thing that you only see once in a blue moon, but it can still happen. And it also could just be that the buyer for your house just isn't looking at this time. And I mean, hopefully your house sells, but sometimes these things do happen. Look at that. We're already more than halfway through the list. Reason number 5 is that there's a specific problem with the house. What I mean by that is maybe there is a bad smell in the carpet that will come out. Maybe the roof is so old that buyers can't get insurance. Maybe there's termites. Maybe your house structure is really bad. Maybe you need a new electrical panel and it's a hazard. These little things can really cause people to not want to buy the house because of it. And yeah, I know everybody wants to sell their house as is, but that isn't always the case. Sometimes you need to fix something before you could sell something. Most of the time, if you do have a bad problem and you don't want to fix it, you're still going to attract buyers. But you're going to attract bargain buyers and lowball investors. And that's obviously not what you want for your home. Doing that could really make you less money than if you just fixed the problem and sold it like that. It might even be a good idea to go ahead and get an inspection done before you even put your house on the market. That way you already know what is wrong and can get it fixed before you even go up to set yourself up for more success. Now, this reason is personally the one I hate the most, and it's bad advice. Every time you sell your house, there's going to be that one aunt, uncle, cousin, brother, whatever, that did real estate for a year, and they want to give you all this advice if they're not even doing it anymore. Do not listen, or at least don't listen alone. Always run any advice that you receive by your realtor. Realtors are professional home sellers. We know what doesn't and what does get a home sold. Trust me, we want you to know too, because if your house doesn't sell, we don't get paid. So always be careful of who you take advice from, and always make sure you follow up with a second source like your realtor. Because trust me, if you follow that bad advice and things go south, that cousin, aunt, uncle, brother that gave you that advice is not going to try to help you or fix it for you. Here's the one you've been waiting for. The final reason, and statistically the number one reason why houses don't sell, is the price. Listen, I know you want as much money as possible for your home, and so do I, because I get paid more. But you can't just throw a number in the air and expect it to stick. That's not how sales work. If people could just overprice their homes and still sell them, this wouldn't be the number one reason why houses don't sell. If you really want to know a true proper price for your home, have your realtor run a CMA on your home so that he can give you a proper range, and then you can go from there. It's better really to get your home price right from the get-go That way when you put your house on the market, you can hopefully expect a bidding war, and instead of just letting it sit on the market and getting drowned out by other listings and just getting flushed away. So even if you fix the price later on, you're still not going to get the same amount of traffic as if you just had the price right in the first place. And that is 7 reasons why your house isn't selling. I really hope this video helped you out, and I hope that you can take your home and compare it to this list and get your house from listed to sold. If you are looking to buy, sell, invest, or just have any general questions, feel free to DM me here or here, and I'd be happy to help. Thanks for watching. See ya.